Well, we're now shifting our focus to some visuals that we're getting in, and these are the first visuals of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has in fact now reached Copenhagen, Denmark. This, of course, is a part of the visit of the Prime Minister to Europe, as we've been reporting that the Prime Minister will visit Denmark for the first time. This, of course, after he had a very busy day of the three-nation Europe visit that kick-started with Germany. You will have the Denmark PM, remember, who visited India in October. The Prime Minister is also all set to meet a whole host of other dignitaries as well. But those first visuals on your screens of the Prime Minister there arriving in Copenhagen. My colleague Sanjay Suri now joining us with more details. Sanjay, talk to us about the significance of the Prime Minister's visit.
You know, the significance of this section of is long term, and it has everything to do with energy. Denmark is a leading country with tapping renewable energy. More than half of its energy is from renewables, and a good deal of that is from offshore wind farming. When you look at India's coastline, the potential for scaling that up, as Denmark has done, is immense. This then has been billed officially as the greenest part of the tour. Of course, there has been a significant agreement within Germany, which is itself is a leader in renewable energy. So this section of the visit focuses particularly on energy progress made in Denmark, in Iceland, small as it is, very successful, particularly in tapping geothermal energy, and also very significant business opportunities with Finland, with Sweden, with Norway. Norway, again, is a very, very significant energy leader. And energy, as we've seen, has become a very hot potato these days. And that, therefore, underlines the importance of this visit long term.
Right. Sanjay, of course, what will be very crucial to watch out for as far as this leg of the visit is the second edition of the India-Nordic Summit and, of course, the India-Denmark Business Forum as well. What can we expect on those lines?
The India-Denmark Business Forum, as with the India-Nordic Summit, again, is really focused on green energy. And green energy can be agreed between governments, and everyone can say the right things about it. But what really is important is how businesses can take this forward. There isn't that much the government can do anywhere on its own. It's businesses that have to take the lead. The government here is a facilitator, both bilaterally with the Danes and also in the multilateral and larger cluster of the Nordic countries. Therefore, the expectation really is a facilitating signal and facilitating means to further business-to-business cooperation in green energy.
Also want to understand from you specifically in terms of what will be the agenda as far as the discussions are concerned. If we saw what happened in the first leg of the visit, there were key areas of bilateral cooperation under the overall strategic partnership as well as regional and global developments. And this, of course, was according to an official statement by the PMO. This time around in Denmark, what will be the agenda?
Well, the agenda first, I mean, there's no getting away from Ukraine and getting away from the political agenda. Certainly, while Germany and France are members of G7, with the G7 summit coming up next month, elucidating India's position on that with the leaders of those two countries is critical. But that is not to say that these Nordic countries are minor necessarily, because they have a very strong voice, they have strong economies, they have a strong say. With Sweden, there has been a history of defense cooperation. It has had its ups and downs politically with the Bofors deal, but there is a significant level of defense cooperation with Sweden. There are many areas where India is looking for investment in a whole range of fields and businesses from Norway and from Finland. With Finland, we have seen recent successes. And so the broad really thrust here is investment, and investment that is, as suits all countries concerned, more green than any other color.
Right. Sanjay, you know what we also see, and this is something that we see every time when the Prime Minister is traveling abroad, is his interaction with Indians who have settled. Yesterday also we saw him interacting with a whole host of Indians, especially children who had made paintings and other things for him as well. One recited a poem as well. This time around also, could we see something similar?
Oh, absolutely and inevitably. The PM builds community interaction into every single visit. And this works at many levels. Certainly, there is an emotional connect between an Indian leader and Indians settled abroad, and that is not insignificant. But this goes beyond that. First, this then opens the door and sends signals for investment back in India from Indians settled abroad. Even more, it sends out a signal to the governments of the host countries where these Indians are settled. This is a very significant part of their population, a very successful part, if not the most successful by far, as we see in most countries. Therefore, the fact that they are connecting so actively and so visibly with India is a signal, it's a diplomatic tool to the leaders of these countries that India is a force to be taken very seriously, and their own citizens in their own countries are showing that.
Sanjay, thanks for getting us all those details. We'll of course keep tracking all these developments very, very closely of the Prime Minister's visit. But for now, we're slipping into a very short break.